In fact, we were selling pianos in our condo. And our very first condo was a tiny little 700 square foot condo. We were brand newlyweds. Our realtor told us, as we were about to make our first offer, we weren't even married yet. She turned to us and she's like, "You realize this is the cheapest property in all of Provo, don't you?" I'm like, "Yes, we do realize that, and this is the last home that we'll be buying from you." Anyway, we bought it, and it was 700 square feet, and we started selling pianos as well as tuning and repair. And in that tiny little condo, we had 7 pianos in there at one point. 700 square feet, if you can visualize. Like,
I'm assuming they weren't grand pianos.
they were all uprights. That's right. Anyway, and the houses that we've had since then, we've done the same thing. Our current house, a couple years ago, we were up to 23 pianos in that house. And that includes the garage. The garage was totally monopolized by pianos. And the house, when people would call and want to see a piano, I'd have to take them by the living room where there were 4 pianos, through the hallway where there were another couple pianos along the hallway, past this bedroom, and then as long as the baby wasn't sleeping in that room where the other 3 pianos were, I could show them one of those pianos. So we decided to move here, and now we only have 1 piano in our house, and that's much better. So here at this location, we don't just sell pianos. We do have brand new pianos that I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. How many people are musicians? A little bit, kind of, sort of, or are you like?
Does the radio count?
Play.
You play, yeah.
It's a radio count.
No one would pay to hear us, I'll say that.
What's that?
No one would pay to hear us.
No one can hear you? Okay. Okay, so you have some awareness with pianos in the music industry. So have you heard of, what piano lines have you heard of?
Hello.
Awesome!
Because I just told him about it today.
Kawasaki, is it Kawasaki? Yamaha.
Good answer.
Kawasaki,
Okay.
or whatever.
Yamaha, Steinway, those are probably the two biggest ones. The LDS Church has bought, for the last 20 or 30 years, they bought Kawai. So if you ever played the piano in LDS Church, if it's a relatively new chapel, it's been a Kawai. So those are the big industry names, and for the last 10 years, the piano line of the year has always been Kawai. This is a great piano. I love working on Kawais. They're a great value. However, this year, and this is as of Saturday, this is like 5 days ago, they just announced the new piano line of the year, and it is Eileen.
Woohoo!
This is big news.
For us.
For us, this is big news. I've been with Highland for almost 3 years now, and I feel like it's kind of a validation of what I already knew. When I very first played Highland, I was like, okay, this piano is awesome. It was at a convention, it was at a trade show. I was skeptical. I was wondering if this piano was like souped up just for the trade show. So I bought one. I took it home. We were still selling pianos out of the house. I took it home and I took it completely apart. I took the keys out, I took the action out, I took the pedals out, and just kind of inspected everything. I lubricated everything, cleaned it all, regulated it, voiced it, tuned it, and by the time I was done, I was giddy. I told my wife, I called, she was in the kitchen, making dinner or whatever, and I said, I can't tell people how good I think these pianos really are, because they'll think that I'm exaggerating. Because everybody's heard of Yamaha, and if I were to say, this is a better piano than Yamaha, which I love, by the way, I'm a big fan of Yamaha, and I always have been, but if I were to tell people this is better, people would say, he's got something to sell. This is silly, but I hold to it. Since then, the last 3 years, a couple other things that have happened up to being declared Piano Line of the Year, and this is like a national thing. It's the Industry Journal that did this. This isn't like a Utah County thing. A couple things that have happened. The LDS Church has chosen High Luton also as their piano. BYU, which is a separate entity, believe it or not, from the church, they have 4 of them, and they're getting great reviews. I'm friends with the technicians over at BYU, and they're telling me that the students and the faculty are just giving rave reviews about these pianos. Lots of other universities have gone with High Luton. Anyway, it's so being chosen as the piano line of the year is like validation of what I already knew. I'd like to show you my shop in the back.
That'd be great. Some people are asking me about that. So
Okay, let's go see some piano guts.